Clash Royale just announced that they're gonna nerf the mirror and also gonna emergency nerf the giant skeleton with it before the Clash Royale League World Finals today. I'm gonna tell you the truth, why they did that, when the bunches are gonna come, and what my opinion about that is. So guys, as I said, there are going to be 2 changes made soon in Clash Royale. One of them is the giant skeleton HP. Right now, if we talk about giant skeleton, for sure, we need to talk about one of the best cards in Clash Royale right now. I guess maybe top 3. If you don't talk about champions, it might be the best card in the fall of Clash Royale. It's absolutely insane. And right now, the giant scaly is 2250 HP, and then they're gonna nerf it a bit to 2140. First of all, you could think this is a small change, but I actually disagree with that. I think like an HP nerf, even at just like 100, it still matters quite a lot for a card like G-Scale, because right now you still need to drop something, you still need to commit elixir, since it will get to tower, and after this challenge it will not be able to get to the tower anymore. So I guess, in my opinion, it's going to be a good change. And the next one, which is also, as said in the intro, is going to be the mirror. And it's a really easy change, a really classic change. And they just said they're gonna be changing the mirror level. Right now, if you mirror a max out card, it will be a level 16. But soon, it's just gonna be +1. So right now, it's level 16. But soon after the balance changes will be placed in store in the game, it will be level 50 and turning star level 12 instead of level 13. Let me know what you guys think about that. First of all, you guys disagree, you guys agree with these changes, and there's only one reason they did it. They did it since the Clash Royale League World Finals at the end of September are coming soon. So they asked all the pros, which are like going to qualify, which might qualify, like the top 32 pros in the entire world battling for $1 million prize pool. They got asked from Supercell, what do you guys think about this change? Should we wait with this nerfs and like just do the regularly balance changes at the start of October, like they normally do that, or should we do it before the Clash of the World Finals? And most of them said just emergency nerf this card. So this is now my opinion, which is gonna come in style. Drew actually said the win rate from the mirror is high, and that's why they did it. And I guess win rate for sure is an important play. Win rate itself, use rate itself, it's important to consider, in my opinion at least. But it's not like it shows everything, right? People are always saying this card has the best win rate, this card has the highest use rate in the full game. But you also need to talk about champions, right? Not everyone has champions, so it's kind of hard to compare champions to that. I mean, you can talk about Grand Challenge gameplay, but it's also different compared to top layer and competitive. So I at least think that mirror right now is not as broken as people make it. I mean, there's one really good mirror deck, and this is currently the Mirror Royal Hawks deck with the G-Scally also in it. So I would say, yeah, the G-Scally nerf is absolutely deserved. I think G-Scally is breaking the game, it's way too overpowered, there's so many good decks, and you see the G-Scally in decks which he shouldn't be in, right? This kind of means how broken cards. For example, if you see like Mortar G-Scally, Control, normally the Vulcan, it doesn't really make sense at all. So this is like, if we talk about that. So I personally would say at least, the G-Scale nerf, I'm fine with the mirror. I guess mirror is a really fun card right now. I can understand it's frustrating to use, but since also the Electro Giant got a huge nerf, and not people, like a ton of people are using Electro Giant anymore, I just feel like it's not really that much or like that annoying to play against, since yeah, the G-Scally mirror deck is annoying, but even since the G-Scally got nerf, I expect it to be like less used. And the other decks, I don't really think they're as strong, right? You saw some bridge spam decks with the mirror. I think one of the decks, like what, just one guy used in the top 20 was using a bridge spam deck with it. So I think, yeah, I mean, you can get the point, you can make the argument that it's really, really strong. And I also think it might need a nerf. But kind of reworking the last nerf, last buff to the mirror is a hard way, and also think we don't really need it right now. Getting overall nerf, bring an overall nerf to this card at October is fine, but right now I don't really think it's necessary to bring it before the Clash Royale League World Finals. And now it's going to be one card I really want to talk about, because I think people aren't really talking about this card, and this is in my opinion right now by far the best card in Clash Royale. And as you guys can see in the background, the top guy, Rortis, is using this card. It's not the miner, it's the Mighty Miner. I just think Mighty Miner is the best card by far in Clash Royale. You guys can see it on my channel. When I'm doing videos with champions in the deck, I'm always telling you guys the best replacement for it, a non-champion version of the deck. An example, if you're using the Archer Queen, you can always use the Musketeer instead. For sure, Queen is better, but it's a really good replacement. If we talk about Golden Knight, It also depends on the deck, but Ghost is really solid, Bandit instead of that. In some decks, if you like talk about Minor Warbreaker, it's most likely a Knight, a Valk. So you have some really good changes. Also with the Skeleton King. Yeah, Skeleton King in the like Mortar bait deck is really solid. But there are also some other variations which is like playable in. But like in a graveyard deck right now, you can also use the Valk instead, as the guy is like using here up to Sun, but most likely doesn't have a Skeleton King max, so he's using a Valk, and the deck is still working really well. But the thing is with the Mighty Miner, there's no perfect replacement. Mighty Miner makes matchups which are impossible possible. You're facing a deck which you don't really have anything against air, you can still beat them, since Mighty Miner is just so broken. It's a win condition, it's one of the best defensive cards, it's overall game breaking. It's so good on defense, so good on offense, and I don't really think we need to open the book with the 3-card cycle, which is generally overpowered. So I don't really agree with the choice that Mighty Miner doesn't get a change here. I guess people are still arguing, and I'm always like touching my head when I hear this, that champions need to be better than other cards. No! Champions, they don't need to be better than other cards. It's not like that the common cards are the worst, then the rare cards are better, then the epic cards, the legendary ones, and then the champion. It was never this rank system. The system why they call legendaries, champions, and so on is about like the rarity, right? And what is special about champions? Why they are champions? They're not champions because they're broken, they should be broken. They're champions since they have an ability, and no other card has that. And this is why Supercell brought this into the game. Supercell didn't bring champions originals to make them broken. Maybe they did to make a ton of money, but I think you guys know what I'm talking about, right? So I hope nobody of you is saying that. I know my community is the smartest on earth, but every time like I'm arguing with someone on Twitter and I'm saying like Mighty Miner is overlooked, I don't really agree with why they don't nerfing this card is broken. Also, I hate, I don't really enjoy, I don't like champions. I'm just not a big fan of champions. Champions is a big Clash Royale prop, and you guys, most of you guys cannot play that, so I just hope also in the future they're going to change a bit the system, that you can unlock them earlier. But yeah, this is just my opinion about this kind of thing. So I really would like to see Mighty Miner nerf, and I just feel like, I don't know, it's always like, it's like if the teacher has a favorite kid in his school, favorite children, where it's like sitting there doing nothing but still get the best grades, right? Like everybody has something like that, or like pays the teacher to give him better grades. But this is like how I feel like Mighty Miner is. Mighty Miner is a champion, and this is why the Mighty Miner doesn't get a change. Like if the Mighty Miner wouldn't have been a champion, would be as broken, he would have been nerfed already. Same for the other champions, like Archer Queen. They took him. It took Supercell, I felt like 1 year to, like 1 entire year, like 3 or 4 changes to make this card from the best card by far in the game to just a good OP card. I still think Archer Queen is OP. Champions in general are OP, but they like, remember the Queen back then? You could have gotten like 2 abilities with 1 Queen. It was absolutely mind-blowing. Also, she was faster. It was absolutely crazy. And it took them like 1 year to make her not break the game. I mean, she's still breaking the game in a way, but not as broken as she used to be. So let me know what you guys think about that. This is a small video for today, just talking about the balance changes. I am insanely interested to see you guys' opinion. You guys agree with me? Am I like talking dumb things? You guys have a different opinion than me for sure, since I'm like I might be a world final contender, and even if I'm not, I'm at least like really like in the competitive scene. But how do you think about it as a casual player? You guys like them, or you guys like the G-Scale? You guys think it needed an emergency nerf, or a normal nerf would have been fine? You guys think it's really helps the gameplay, the Clash Royale League World Finals, because also good meta shift up or change? Let me know that in the comment section. Also use create a good mod in the shop to be a better guy and always get the best grades without paying the teachers. And I would say I'm out. Thanks for watching, and goodbye, guys.